would say when you get that thought, go ahead, write that book. So thought आया और book लिखो. क्यों? Because you are selling at 300 rupees. So 30,000 extra passive income you can make from books. ये सबसे lowest बता रही हूँ. But people have done even 1,000 copies in a month. So that's like 3 lakh to 4 lakhs extra passive income you can make from books every month.
Welcome to a new episode of this podcast. And today we have Sweta Samota with us. She is one of India's leading author coach and founder of India Authors Academy and helps over 6,500 people to become published authors. So hi Sweta, how are you doing?
Hey, hi Sagar. Thank you so much for having me here. And I'm doing fantastic.
Thank you so much for coming. Sweta, like whenever I see you, whether it is ads, I believe whatever you do it passionately. So what inspired you to do that?
So I love books, and right from my childhood, books have been something that is common, be it a failure or success. Books have been there with me all the time. So that's one thing. And second thing is, I love to interact. I love to help people. And that is why if you see on social media when I'm posting videos or, doing something, I want to inspire people. I want to help them in some or the other way. So if they are watching a video and they are, doing something in their lives and one video can change their life. So that's the thought process behind doing it.
You do a lot of stuff, not just author. You also have some change maker mission, and you are also like what all things that you do apart from this author coaching journey.
Okay, so one thing I really love is running. So I'm a marathoner and I'm a fitness enthusiast. 6 out of 7 days, I am either running or I'm in the gym. So I'm strength training. So that's one thing that I am really passionate about. So that goes back to, things that didn't work out in my life and something that actually got me out from that low point of my life was fitness training, physical training, as well as books. So passionate about running and also change making, as you said, again goes back to my childhood where I always wanted to do something for the country. So I have two petitions, and my book, The Change Makers book, is on petitioning journey, how people can bring about change in the country. You don't have to be a minister, you don't have to be a collector or IAS officer, you don't have to be in a decision making space. You can still bring about a change, do something for your locality, for your region with the help of petitions. So that's about my book Change Makers. So that's something, other than author coaching, I do is running and, change making. And there's more stuff. Yes. But yes, these are the things I am passionate about.
Amazing. So when it comes to change maker, like what is that one change that you like to bring to this world, or like what is that for you?
Okay, that's very deep. But okay, so for my author industry, I mean, for my author clients and books in general, one change I look forward to is now, I don't hate publishers. It's not that I don't like them, but I feel that each one can be an independent publisher. So for me, the change that I'm looking forward going ahead is the middleman going away and people publishing their books on their own. And we see that, it's going towards it, and anyone can publish now, right from children to senior citizens. So I have like people from different age groups. So that's one change I want to look forward to. Also, that other change that I'm looking forward to is India at the peak in case of books. So right now, India is at number 9, 10 in the books industry, in publishing books, and US and China are leading. And that's one change I'm looking forward to. That's my mission, that we want to bring about this change and make India at the top, like make India the author capital of the world.
I'd like to go back to your that epiphany moment, because what made you become an author coach from software engineer journey? Like how's that transition happened?
Never ever thought that I am going to be a full-time author. I was blissfully, very nicely settled in my software career. If you check my LinkedIn profile, you would see that I've worked with the best in the world, the best companies in the world. And uske baad, obviously, software engineers who are very good, they tend to start their own startups. That's what I did. That startup didn't work out, fortunately or unfortunately, whatever you want to call. But I think that today I'm happy that didn't work out. That startup didn't work, and Modi ji started following me on Twitter. But when he started following me on Twitter, I was like, I have to do something. Matlab, Sagar, you tell me, if someone of his stature follows you on Twitter, you would want to do something, right? As a token of gratitude. Ki arey yaar, Modi ji follow kar rahe hai, to kuch to karna padega abhi. So what I thought was, let's write a book. So you can say he was the catalyst, or he sowed the seed ki ab tujhe book likhni hai. So that's my fourth book, 9, which is on Modi ji. But before that, because my startup was not working well, it had like kind of failed. I realized that I need to learn the basics. I need to learn the process before I jump into it. I didn't want to do the same mistake that I did in startup. So wahan I was overconfident. Here I was like, let me learn it from the experts. So instead of wasting time and failing again, I enrolled to classes on how do you write a book, how do you write it well, and that's how my writing journey began. और coaching journey तो बहुत organically हो गया. Never ever thought that अरे इसमें भी लोग they come and ask to help. So I did first 3 books. That was Kiss of True Love, then Radha and Jinx 1 and 2, and the reader club started inviting me. Why don't you take some small sessions for us? How you've written your book? That's how my coaching journey began. Never planned it. It was like Osho says, no, go with the flow. I just went with the flow. Yes. So that's how it began.
Amazing.
I started doing it for free. Almost a year I did it for free.
Amazing.
And then I was like, okay, let's start charging. And I started charging like 499, 999 rupees for a full day event. Tab online I was not doing. I was doing only offline events. That's how coaching journey began, very organically. Never thought.
So I know a lot of people wanted to start. So is it really people have to have a good writing skill to be an author? Because this is something even my limiting belief since a long time. This is my honest confession here in the public. Because okay, I said okay, I'm not good writer. How can I write? So I believe like me, or there are a lot of people who wanted to write a book, but they have a story, they have a message to share. But what is your thought on that?
So see, the thought is that if you want to eat and there is no cook around, will you go ahead and go into the kitchen and cook something for yourself, right? So you will learn. And over time, when you start cooking and continue doing it, you will do it well. Same goes for gymming. Right? You go to the gym. First day, you will find it difficult. Maybe you will feel like, yaar, sab log itne achhe hai. I'm not so good with weights. You will find difficult to even lift a 2.5 kg. Same goes for running. If you go out and if you have never run, even a kilometer, how can you think that 5 kilometer daute hain? You won't be able to do it. Same goes with books. So when you start, you will find it difficult, and those little voices, inner voices, will poke that there's no author in you. How can you write? Your language is pathetic. But these are all different types of resistances. Karne se hi hoga. So what really moves you and moves people ahead in writing and publishing is their message. So if you have a message, it's writing a book is not about your language. People are not reading it for your language. They're not getting trained in English, whatever regional language you're writing in. I always tell my authors that it's not necessary that you have to write in English. Now, if you see the numbers as well, 26% of books are in Hindi. Out of 100% books published from India, 26% are in Hindi. You would be surprised, 24% are in English, and 50%, the remaining 50% are in regional languages.
Wow.
I don't know why people say कि English में ही लिखना है, that you have to write in English. No, so for people out here, and even for you, Sagar, that किसी भी language में लिख सकते. What matters is that your message. And tell me, Sagar, if someone's life can get transformed through your book without you being there, and you thinking कि language अच्छा नहीं है, there is no author in me. Are you being selfish there?
Yes.
And other authors also, I believe that everyone has the power to change someone's life. आपके words change कर सकते हैं. Words have brought about revolutions in the world. It's no wonder that books are banned, क्योंकि वो किसी को change कर सकती है. Yeah, they can do unrest in countries. So अगर आप book नहीं लिख रहे हो, तो you're actually being selfish. You're actually not sharing that knowledge you have with others. So yeah.
Is it any perfect time to start, like having some experience to do, like, even if you're a coach, there are a lot of coaches who might be watching this video, the podcast. Maybe they are at some level of coaching journey. Like, what is the best time to start writing the book?
So there's no such level that, Ariacha, you are in 6 months in the industry, then you should start. I would say, when you get that thought, go ahead, write that book. So thought aaya aur book likho. Kyun? Because book can be actually a differentiator for you. The moment you write a book, you get into that extraordinary league. I tell people that if you want to make a difference, and if you walk into a room filled of coaches or filled of business people, and when you say I'm an author and this is my book, immediately you are like different. So start mein ho, ya you are in the growing phase, and any phase you write, you're creating a difference for yourself. You can say आप एक rocket में बैठ रहे हो when you write a book, because that book becomes your rocket and takes you faster towards your milestones.
Amazing. Now, what are the actually time duration that you teach to your students? That इतने टाइम में तो आप बुक लिख सकते हो. So what kind of time duration that you suggest
So
or
see,
you have people?
people have written in few days as well. So I conduct 90-day author launchpad. Usme right from foundation, selecting the right idea based on profitability, then going ahead and understanding the entire process of writing, and then writing. So first month preparation में जाता है. Then 10 days में book खत्म. So if you follow my system, within 90 days you actually publish your ebook and paperback version. Anyone can do it. So writing, अगर सिर्फ writing बोलना है तो within 10 days you can write it. Within 10 days.
Within 10 days. Amazing. Like that's the super fast. So like now this AI has been already come into the market. Do you also teach like how people can use AI to faster their launch process or something?
Of course, of course. So that's the beauty of being with coaches, right? Like Sagar, you also must be doing this. That for your past members also, if not, something new is coming in, you are including it in your curriculum.
Yes.
Same thing for me, for my past students as well. Now they're using AI. So I've included that in my curriculum. How do you research faster? How do you edit faster? Using AI tools like ChatGPT, how do you create beautiful covers through using Midjourney? So yes, we are leveraging AI tools to make it better, your book better and fast. Yeah, of course, the process faster.
Great. And I've seen in the industry, like people are getting this, like they're crazy behind getting the bestseller. So what's your take on it? Like what kind of strategies people follow to get like rank number one or bestseller award?
Oh, I've seen people follow crazy things like they are actually paying people to buy their book.
Oh,
So that they can get the bestseller tag. So I've seen that. But this bestseller tag helps in the short run, even in the long run, that you get to call yourself a best-selling author. And also that gives trust to people around you that, okay, that book is selling. Maybe, that book is good. So say, for example, you come to an Amazon page, you come to a book. Two books are there. One is best-selling and other is not. One is having a lot of reviews, other one is not. And they are on the same topic. So which one will you pick up?
definitely the best selling and more
Of
reviews.
course, the one with more reviews. Of course, the one which is best selling. Because you feel कि नहीं शायद ये better है, इसीलिए more people are there. So to make more sales, bestseller tag helps, and it also builds gets you more sales, मतलब more reviews as well. So you will get more reviews as well for when you have a bestseller tag. Now, one more thing I want to add here is if your book is not so good, bestseller tag would be only for a short term, because then people will stop buying it, या फिर आपके book पे काफी 1-star 2-star reviews आ जाएंगे. So then if you are doing something, I mean getting people to your page, people are buying it, seeing it as a bestseller, but then if the book is not aligning with whatever you have promised on that page, then people will be like 1 star. Okay, so then they will give you 1-star, 2-star reviews. So it can be a double-edged sword also if your book is not good enough. So you need to ensure that you write it well and then you market it well to get the bestseller tag.
Amazing, Shweta. Shweta, when it comes to like your students, so any success story that you would like to share from your community that amazed you, like wow, like something that you remember or would like to share?
So we have multiple success stories, but there's one client, Dr. Thomas,
Okay.
and he did like more than 1,000 copies in a month or so. So Dr. Thomas, and he also got recognized by Amazon. So Amazon conducts this pen to publish contest, and 2 times he got into the top 5 or so, top 5 or top 10. So I was really amazed, and I also read his book, and it came out to be like, he wrote like Ruskin Bond, and I started calling him that you are the next Ruskin Bond. So that's one I want to highlight. And he also then got his book translated. I think Adventures of a Countryside Doctor. He got it translated to Malayalam or his regional language. Then he went ahead and wrote more books in that series, and he's doing really well. And surprisingly, his book did well in Canada, in US. So surprisingly, his book not only did well in India, but in other countries as well. So I was, really happy and proud to see his success. There's another author called Dr. Geeta Kariyappa. She's doing amazingly well. She's on her third, she's already done 3 books now. And her books, all 3 of them are bestsellers. If you can go and check out on Amazon, all 3 are doing well. So that's another success story from the community.
Amazing. So you're transforming lives. One more thing I would like to know, so that people, those who wanted to be inspired authors, what kind of mistakes or maybe the limiting belief you can say that you've had throughout your journey that you can share with them so that they will not do those mistakes in their book writing journey? Anything that you would like to share?
So one thing that I really learned early on is you cannot be editing while writing. You cannot be researching while writing. Like a lot of people have this habit that they sit to write and they realize कि नहीं ये अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. Yes, this sentence is not right. And they start editing while writing. If we do this, then it's going to take ages to complete that book. You know why? Because how our brain functions left and right, our editing part is from the left side of brain, editing and researching activities. And the writing is the expression, the creative expression part is from the right side of brain. So when you're actually writing and if you obstruct that flow, I call it the creative flow, that's also a divine flow. Now, many authors say कि हमने नहीं लिखी है. मतलब even if you write, and then you take a look here, yeah, मैंने लिखी है, because it's a divine flow that is getting downloaded from the universe. So if you obstruct that flow and you go and search on Google कि इसका part कैसे लिखे, synonyms क्या है वगैरह वगैरह, or I want to know about this topic, you're actually going from the right side of brain to left side. And there's like a very famous saying in Hindi, हम लोग बोलते हैं ऐसा कि एक बार सरस्वती गई तो वापस नहीं आती है. For musicians, for artists, that's also told. Same applies to authors, that if you're writing and you are obstructing it with other things, then you will take years to complete that book. I cover that in author type 1, 2, and 3. There are different types of authors. Authors who write that book in 5 days, 10 days are the best-selling authors. So that's one very important thing that people can take away from today's session is that when you sit to write, then write it without any filter in your thoughts. Like we have our filters. कि ये अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, या फिर this is not sounding right, या फिर maybe I missed something, and you start thinking कि और क्या मैं लिख सकता हूँ इसमें, तो you're not flowing. So when you don't flow, that means you're going to critical mode. Critical mode हो जाता है left side of brain. So that's one thing that everyone should do, and that's how I help authors to get into creative side, the creative flow, and that's how they are able to write their books in a few days. क्योंकि वो creative flow में रहते हैं फिर.
Great. What else? I'd love to know. This is one thing.
So what else? So very funny thing that happened when I wrote my first draft. I mean, the first book, The Kiss of True Love. That time I thought कि तब मुझे इतना आइडिया नहीं था सेल्फ पब्लिशिंग के बारे में. So I thought let me just approach publishers, and I started approaching publishers, and surprisingly they started sending me quotes. तो quotes मतलब quotation कि इसका pricing इतना होगा कि these are the plans. And then I understood that okay, ये जो है vanity publishers हैं. तो because now I come from a startup background, I'm a मारवाड़ी, so फिर मैं थोड़ा cost analysis करने लगी कि इसका return कब होगा, कितनी copies sell करनी पड़ेगी तो break even होगा. And I realized कि यार ये तो जो game है ये it's not a profitable game for me if I go through a traditional or a vanity publisher by spending few lakhs. So that's how I learned self-publishing, and I used that amount into marketing my books. So एक और चीज जो people can learn from my journey is that self-publish your books becomes so good that publishers सामने से आए कि I want to publish your book and you don't have to pay. So generally traditional publishers are focused on celebrities or influencers. अगर आपके 1 million followers, 500K followers हो तो आपको easily traditional publisher मिल जाएगा and you will be driving the terms, not the other way around. So second thing I would say is never pay to get published. Never ever. It becomes so good. So you work on yourself, and by that, like till that time, you self-publish your books. I know self-published authors like Sundari Venkatraman. She's done so amazingly well. She's, I think, on 50 books or so. And when she reached that stage, then Rupa came to her, Penguin came to her. So all traditional publishers, Westland. So she got because of the quality of her books. So us level pe pahunche.
What kind of money people can make by publishing, let's say self-publishing their book? So
अगर आप you're starting from scratch and you're selling like say 500 copies or 100 copies, say 100 copies every month. If you're doing 2 to 3 copies a day, you don't have any much of influence, and you start from there, 100 and whatever MRP, say you are selling at 300 rupees, so 30,000 extra passive income you can make from books. ये सबसे lowest बता रही हूँ. But people have done even 1,000 copies in a month, so that's like 3 lakh to 4 lakhs extra passive income you can make from books every month. I want to add here, Sagar, is that books to ek ho gaya, but when you reach to that level, that just imagine you selling 1,000 copies, and say, Sagar, you've written a book and you are also a coach. Then people read your book, they come to you, and then they join your program because they love your book. And from there on, if you then count that revenue because of organic leads that you're getting from your book, that would be like in few crores, meaning if not few crores, for every what do you say, hot lead that you'll be getting from the book,
Yeah.
you will make much more. So that will be exponential income rise for you because of books. That's for business people, coaches. They can not only make a difference, but also get a lot of hot leads from the books and increase their income.
And I've seen, I think, let's suppose somebody spent a lot of time to read this book and they're literally super hot leads. And Sweta, I think you are also good follower of Russell Brunson. Like the way he promote books on his platform, how does
Yes.
that work? Because I wanted to always understand that how that game works, like creating a bundle and selling through the site or creating the Amazon. What is the difference benefits of these two?
So, Sagar, thank you for bringing this point. Actually, not many people in India understand this. Now, Russell does it well, and recently Alex also did. Okay,
Alex Sarmoji, yeah.
so he sold like 1 lakh books in 90 minutes. I was like blown away. I was there in his live launch.
Yeah.
So
I heard him.
even Penjun does it. Yeah. So what they have done is they have created their own ecosystem. Now, Sids is also doing the same thing, but he has gone through a publisher. But yes, if we have our own ecosystem, then we don't need Amazon as well. What is Amazon? It's a platform. So I teach that in my diamond program is that you create your platform, get to a level where you don't need platforms like Amazon. You don't need someone else's platform to sell your books. That's what Russell does, that he has created his own platform. Of course, the books are there on Amazon, but he's selling actively from his platform. And for that, you will have to get copies printed for yourself. And either, you can have a small team who can handle the courier part, or you can outsource it to someone who can do it for you. So, logistics wise, agar dekha jaye, but technically it's a platform. So, and of course, he has affiliates who sell then and then get prizes for selling maximum number of books. But yes, the chota mota mota is you need to have your own platform to sell your books.
So you suggest for someone who's completely new, they should have their own platform.
Going forward, so you self-publish your book on
Okay.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Then you start branding yourself.
Branding, yeah.
When you start branding, then you can have your own platform where people love you, they trust you, and they would want to go ahead and buy your book.
Definitely.
That's the thing. Branding plus having your own platform is a killer combination.
Amazing, Shweta. Now, Shweta, I would love to know about like your how do you help people specifically? I would love to know your funnel. Like, how do you actually help them? How they can actually learn from you? What is your stages? How do you help them? Just to understand your funnel, so that people can learn that from you how they can also write their own book.
So first thing is we have our free masterclass, which is a 90 to 100 minutes masterclass. And there are several different types of masterclasses people can attend so that they understand the entire industry and they understand the entire process for free. So right from writing to publishing to marketing, kya hota hai and how it should be done. So I give them that secrets. We have other masterclass on AI. How do you use AI to write and publish and market? So that's another free masterclass. If you get into my funnel, you will get invitation to attend that class as well. There's another masterclass which is topic to riches, meaning you cannot just write on anything. It won't sell that well. So if you don't want to suffer in marketing, then you need to select the right topic for your book. So there's another masterclass on that, topic to riches. So these are the 3 ways people can enter my funnel. And from there, they can come up with a group coaching program where they can write based on the formula that I have figured out. So I've read more than 300 plus books and figured out there is a formula that works in these books. That's what I give them in the paid program. And so that's for writing. And सिर्फ course ही नहीं है. So there is, challenge. So 90-day to author launchpad is there. Otherwise, your courses are already here. So it's not just about the strategy. It's also about implementation. So help them implement it. So that's first level, which is called the 90-day author launchpad, where they can write all their books. Matlab ki launchpad, if they join, they get lifetime access and they can attend the live, the live sessions for a lifetime. And they can write and publish their books in this launchpad. So that's the first level. The next level is marketing, but marketing is not just about, putting ads and organic marketing. It's also about branding. So next level is totally about creating your personal brand, also working on your mindset. So there's a, soft training on working on their mindset, on their abundance quotient, increasing their frequency. There's one part of that. Mindset. Second part is how do you speak? So public speaking and communication also becomes a very important thing when you become an author, because you will be called to talk about your book. You will be doing virtual launches, offline book launch. So how do you present yourself, your body language? So all of that I cover in the public speaking and communication. And then we cover actual book promotion. So different types of ads that can work for you, podcast. And okay, so Amazon ads, Facebook ads, different types of videos that you can create. So videos mastery, reels mastery. So that's what, whole big, you people who attend my Diamond, they say it's an MBA in marketing. So yes, that's a 2-year program.
Amazing.
So that's my Diamond program. So these are the two things. And we have several services, but only for our community members. Like if they want us to review their book, give them a feedback, there's a paid service separately. If they want us to edit and format their book because of time constraints, that's a separate service we offer to our clients.
Amazing, Sweta. Like you have given the complete idea. I think after watching this podcast, listening to this podcast, people can now really much clear about how they can approach and write and publish the podcast. So Sweta, I'll be putting all of your links in the description so that people can join your masterclass and they can decide whichever path they wanted to join you in this journey. So that also, Sweta, I heard that you are also planning to have a live events. How we can attend that? So can you share a little bit about that?
Okay, thank you, Sagar, for asking this question. I'm like really thrilled for this event we are hosting in Navi Mumbai. So, 2018 I used to do offline events. Then COVID happened, and after that, I've never done again another event offline. So this is our first offline event after COVID. It's called the India Authors Conclave, and it's happening in Navi Mumbai on 10th of December. And it's going to have networking session. It's going to have learning. So people who have already published and people who are thinking to write and get published, they would both get benefited from this event. It's going to be a 1-day event from 8 to 6 p.m. and in Navi Mumbai. And we are also felicitating our authors from the community.
Amazing.
Their literary contribution. So yes, there'll be an award ceremony as well. And you might meet some celebrity authors as well, because we plan to do, a panel discussion as well. Let's see how it all goes. But I'm, super thrilled for this event.
Sure, Sweta, I'll be dropping that link too in the description. Awesome. Sweta, any last message you would like to give to our audience?
Be consistent in your journey. And if you have a message you're creating, when you write a book, that message stays here for a very long time. Like even after we are gone, meaning you can travel time and space through your book. So you are actually getting immortality through your book. So don't delay it, because you never know what happens next. So write your book today.
One question, which one you are writing right now, maybe current days?
So I've planned a box, meaning a box set, a series of books, but I cannot reveal much because yet to finalize the details. But yes, it's for people who are going to become an author. So it's for them. They'll be able to write different types of genres by looking at the books, by going through the books. So it's a box set for authors. But yes, very soon.
Amazing, Sweta. Thank you so much for coming to our show and sharing a lot of values. We look forward to having such conversation in futures. Thank you so much for coming here.